Hello, this is Chef Anna. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well. I'm so glad to see all of you. Today, I have a very easy yet delicious recipe that I would like to share with you. In order to do that, I would love to bring you into my kitchen so that I can cook with you. Please come in.
Happy people makes the world go round and round. Happy people turn the frown to a smile.
What I typically do to start with our main ingredients. What I start best is our lemongrass. It's something that is do without because it's just essential for this type of cooking. So lemongrass is always gonna come in first. If for any reason you cannot find the fresh stalks of lemongrass, go to the frozen sections where it's already diced and prepared. Because I'm cooking for about 12 to 15 people, I have large company today, so therefore it's a lot of preparations, a lot of ingredients need to get done. You will need about 3 stalks of lemongrass. When you chop it up, it'll be equivalent to about 2 perfect cups. I would love to go manual with dicing the lemongrass, but today I'm upgrading it to a small but portable grinders that work just perfect in just less than a few minutes. This portable blender is a lifesaver today because I'm in a bit of rush and there's so many other ingredients I need to prepare. Once the lemongrass is finely chopped, I have already a pot with some oil ready to roast it, my lemongrass. This is the best way to get the lemongrass to release its flavors and its oil so it blends perfectly in our other ingredients. I'm using the avocado cooking oil today for a healthy alternative. Once the lemongrass is in the hot oils, we need to stir it frequently to prevent from burning, also to help it cook evenly. Turn to low heat, allow the lemongrass to cook evenly and slowly. At the same token, I'm gonna go ahead and process the garlic. What I have prepared in advance is the hot oil. All you need to do is just pour down the garlic and then just let it cook for a few minutes. Make sure that you turn quickly because the garlic will burn very fast. I'm having a dual cooking right now. I have garlic that is roasting, also as the lemongrass that we have started earlier. Next, I am preparing all other ingredients for the fondue soup. This is the fermented bean curd. Looking at lemongrass, I added about 1/4 cup to keep from burning, and then the garlic's also ready. The lemongrass is ready. I went ahead and added the can of coconut milk. Our hot pot fondue soup base is looking pretty good with the lemongrass and the coconut milk combined. Now it's time to add our roasted garlic. We're going to use half of what we have first. I wish you are here in the kitchen to smell the aroma of the roasted garlic combined with roasted lemongrass into coconut milk, and the kitchen is heavenly smell. Next, we will combine our other ingredients, the bean curds, the palm sugars. If you don't have palm sugar, don't worry about it. Just use regular brown sugars or any sugars around is fine. The reason we use sugar today because this fondue soup is supposed to be sweet and sour. If you are not for the sweetness, then just omit it. It's fine also. I'm gonna go ahead and add the chicken bouillon here. You can use vegetable bouillons is also well. I'm now adding the cooking vinegars. You can use apple ciders, apple vinegars, or any type of vinegars is perfectly fine. This is not the last item, however, this is the bean curd sauce. It has some coloring and some chili pepper in it already, and it's pretty spicy by itself, so it's best to dilute it with what I have just done so far. This is a very spicy bean curd sauce, so you can use as a dipping sauce as well. To spike up the fondue sauce, I added a can of cocoa soda drink, or if cocoa soda drink is not available, you can use Ceremis or Sprite is work as well. As I mentioned earlier that I'm serving about 12 to 15 people today, so I'll be needing a lot of soup base for the fondue. I have homemade chicken soup base that I had earlier for today, but if you don't have homemade, you can very well use the chicken broth. If you don't have regular liquid chicken broth, we can just go ahead and add about 10 cup of boiling water. To make it work, to add about 10 cup of boiling waters, also another 5 tablespoons of the chicken bouillon to even up the flavor. I believe that our fondue base is very well dressed up. Taste it, you should have a tinge of sweetness, sourness, and a little bit of sodium. Don't worry about it because we'll be using a lot of other ingredients that will even out eventually. Let the fondue base boil for about 5 to 6 minutes to make sure that all the ingredients are blending very well. We will go ahead and remove the pot from the heat and turn it off and set it aside. Well, the fondue sauce is essentials. Without all these other side dish, it won't be a complete meal, won't it be? So there are varieties of choices of the meats, whatever you prefer. If you like the red meat, go right ahead, shrimp, calamaris, lobsters, beef, anything that you desire, you go right ahead and comprise them. If you prefer vegetables, go ahead and add some of your fried tofu, and then all the Chinese cabbages and all the green that you want to add onto your fondue. You're cool also. You don't have to consume meat at any event. So I'm cooking for young adults who had experienced their fondue in the way that create fond memories. So these are some of their selected choice of meat that they had ordered for today. So I'm go ahead and fulfilling their appetites. And if you are vegetarian, you are fine. There's going to be plenty of vegetables that I'm going up next. And also the tofu, always the best delight. And I love that also about it. Guess what? I forgot one item for the soup base, pineapples. I'm going to spike it up with these delicious fresh pineapples. So go ahead and dice it up and add onto the fondue pan. I'm chopping about 3 cups of pineapples to add on to the fondue soup. As you can see, the kids are already congregated around the table waiting for their full meals. Now that I got the fondue situated, the next thing I'll do is to wash up all the vegetables. I wash my vegetables by add about a cup of vinegars or baking soda or salt, whatever you have around, just to help minimize the residues. The great things about the fondue is that there will be a lot of vegetables in varieties. I start with the king oyster mushrooms. I also have with me here is the lotus roots. These 2 vegetables here will need to work on by chopping it into bite size. I have trypophobia warning here for those who are not agreeable with all the weird looking vegetables and roots, because that's how God made them. So, but the kid enjoy the flavors of different kind of roots and vegetables, though it may look awkward and scary for some people. But lotus root is very tasty and it's very, very good for consuming. For those who have not tried the lotus root, you should try them. It has a taste of watercress, water chestnut. I learned that in the Chinese community, water lotus or lotus root is widely served as probably one of their favorite type of vegetables that they add into these soups and vegetables and salads. The lotus root is pretty pricey and the scarcity also. So if you find them at the supermarket and you want to try them, you can peel it up and chop it up and boil it. When it comes to fresh vegetables from the Southeast Asia continent or any part of the world, I make sure that I clean them really well. So I use baking soda or even vinegar and salt, dilute it in the big pots of waters, and then just have them soak for a few minutes and clean them 4 or 5 times to make sure that I have the best residue-free vegetable to serve my family. As you can see that this fondue will require a lot of vegetables and green leaves. I have baby bok choy, Chinese green mustard, I have watercress, beside the lotus and the mushrooms. And you can have all kind of mushrooms that you prefer, button mushrooms or any type of mushroom that you enjoy and love eating. Add it in. The more the better. What I'm doing right now is to show you how to cook these noodles. I'm not endorsing the brand, but this is the size of the noodles that I'll be using for our cooking today. It's very small, easy to cook. Once it's done, it's get a little fatter. But the best result is to boil your waters already. Make sure that it's boiling hard before you cooking this, so that way it cooks quicker. If the water is not hot or boiling, then when you put these noodles, it's not gonna come out in the best result. Once you add the noodle into the boiling water, make sure that you keep stirring them. If it's not, the noodle will get stuck together and it won't cook completely. Cooking noodles can be a little tricky due to the different varieties of the sizes of the noodles. Some may require about 5 to 10 minute cooking, so it depends. You can sample it by touching the textures. If it is cooked, then it should be very, very moisture and very elastic. Once the noodle is cooked, remove from the stove into the sink and drain the noodles. The noodle is very hot at this point. Please do not touch it. Use spatulas or chopstick to prevent from burning. Use chopsticks, spatulas, or spoon to stir the noodles to help it cool down. It requires about 4 rinsing to get the noodles to be crystal clear and cool enough to touch them. Once the noodle is ready to be handled, then we'll go right ahead and put them in order. Put them in order. You ready, y'all? So I'm going to go ahead and add cold water here. It works better. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in a bun into this strainer. So you want to get a handful of it, and if you want a skinny one, go ahead. If you want a thick one, you could also. So, right.
People turn around to smile. Happy people don't worry about things. Happy people take love and dominate. They say happy people makes the world go round and round. They say happy people makes the world go round and round. Happy people turn around to smile. Our future in mind. They say happy people makes the world go round and round. Happy people turn around to smile. Happy people don't worry about things. Happy people take love and dominate. They say happy people makes the world go round and round. Happy people turn around to smile. Happy people don't worry about things.
Here is the beautiful hot pot fondue home style cook meal has come to complete. It's a lot of work today in preparations, but you know what? The satisfaction is mine to see my family and their friends enjoying this meal and looking forward to come home to where I'll be available to cook them this delicious meal. It takes me a few hours to prepare. It's not simple, I have to say, but it's simple when you practice it and cooking it for years. And yes, you can do this also. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Please click like, subscribe, and the little bell. And you also welcome to make comments. Be kind and gentle, because the hard work I put into this, I deserve nice compliments. And I also would like to ask you for favor to share them with your friends and family and try it out. Send me messages if you need help. All delicious and incredible fondue or hot pot had come to the end today. I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed these videos. And if you're new to my channels, I welcome you anytime. And if you're my regular and returner, thank you for being here, and I appreciate your continuous support. Thank you where you're at. Good night and good day.